Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming back to the Impromptu live chat. Um, I'm being unsupervised right now. Marianne's off working and doing her thing, and I kind of didn't tell her I was doing this, so here we are. I want to thank you all for hopping in. Chat's already going crazy. You guys are awesome. Dex of Dax is loving the dropping the toilet paper thing on the emojis now, so I guess that's going to be a new fad. Um, for all of you guys who were around the last couple of days, we've been really busy on the live streams. So we've been over on Rooted Expeditions channel. We've been on Rochelle G's channel. We've been on the after party. We've been everywhere. And yesterday, I think we were on YouTube for about 7 hours solid,
Wow.
doing things. And then we got contacted by Cheryl, who is right there, and she was bummed out because she actually missed the live stream because it showed her a different time or something happened. So I told her, let's go live.
Pretty cool.
So here we are. So, Cheryl, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm really glad to meet you guys. I'm glad just by impulse that I checked in today with you because you're the first people that I've ever done Discord with. And I have pretty much stopped watching a lot of the Ghostbuster YouTube people because of the fakiness of it.
Yeah.
But then I come across you guys and one other new channel. I don't know if you've heard of them, Near Shadows. They're
I
in
think,
Michigan.
oh, okay.
They're new as well, and I've been watching them and you. You're my favorite, by the way. You don't scream like little girls when you get scared.
No, we keep it all internal. We scream on the inside.
Yeah, there was one guy, CJ Faison, and he was in the woods. They were in the Pocomo Forest, and they were being followed. So he's hiding in the bushes, right? And he
Hmm.
turns his light off, and he's whispering. Then he hears a pop, a branch, and he screams. I said, "How are you hiding and screaming at the same time?"
Well, I don't think he thought that one through very well at the very beginning, but no, we appreciate it. Out of curiosity, what was the first video of ours you came across?
Well, I think the first one that's there. You haven't done that many, right?
Well, we were just informed on Rochelle G's channel that we have like 64 or 60 videos up.
You're kidding.
So between our videos and our live streams, I guess it adds up to over 60 videos. So or 60 videos up.
Wait a minute, sorry. Okay. So they're on your channel then?
Yeah, we have the ones under our Love the Journey, which are the ones we go out and film and edit and put together, and then there's another section for all our live streams.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, you guys do a lot of live streams.
Yeah, we've started doing more of them, and they're usually all like this one. It's all completely impromptu. We just turn on the camera and let our mods know, hey, we're gonna go live here in about an hour. Sorry.
So how many? Do you have a certain number of people that are in the chats all the time with you? The same people that moderate?
It varies. It just depends on who's available, and what they're doing. If they're doing other channels, or it varies, but it's usually the same people. The mods that we have are amazing. Usually you'll see their names with a wrench next to it, like Selena, Neva, Dexadax. Jen is in there sometimes.
I just found the comment. Okay.
So, yeah, they're in there. They're just kind of help to keep an eye on the chat and make sure nobody gets out of hand or just to
Everybody seems really respectful, more so than I've seen in a lot of places.
Yeah.
So you guys live in Utah.
We do.
What part of Utah?
We're in Utah County.
Which is like north, south, center?
It's northern Utah. It's closer to northern Utah. I don't know. Do you know where Salt Lake is?
Yeah.
It's about an hour south of there.
'Cause, I'm just in Washington.
Yeah.
And what I know most about Utah is riding a motorcycle across the desert in 115 freaking degrees weather, trying to get
Mm-hmm.
to a motorcycle rally. It was so hot, I bailed on the guy. I said, "Sorry, I'm taking a bus home."
Yeah, that's a weird thing about Utah is southern Utah is more of the red rock desert type environment.
Yeah,
Northern Utah is more of the wetter, colder.
not as hot.
Not usually. Southern Utah doesn't really get a lot of snow in most areas, and northern Utah we have a lot of very well known ski resorts and stuff
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think the first video I watched was the one with the big wings in the snow. And
Mm-hmm.
at that point, I had just watched one in Near Shadows, and I thought you guys were in Wisconsin for some weird reason. But that was cool. And you can tell when you guys see weird stuff like that, it's not anything you're making up. I mean,
Right.
it's really there.
Yeah. No, I remember that episode, and I mean, the snow was up to our kneecaps while we were trudging through it. And we were seeing little trails on the snow all over the place. And then Marianne almost actually walked through those wings. You know, she didn't see them at first, and I had to stop her. It was like, look, you know.
Yeah. You
And
guys aren't afraid to go in and see what's there, huh?
no, well, we try to be cautious, but you know, Marianne kept calling it the crime scene because you saw a rodent or something going through the
Yeah.
snow. Then you saw the wings where it just grabbed it and took off
Yeah.
with it.
He scooped something up.
Yeah, Marianne's really good at catching those though. She looks for things that I don't look for. So she looks at animal prints and feathers and
And
stuff like
she is
that.
such an empath. That the sensitivity she's got to the paranormal stuff is just gives me goosebumps talking about it. Has
Yeah.
she had any? Has she? Well, she must have probably have. Have you guys done a lot of paranormal investigating prior to this?
Um, Actually, that's a funny story.
I'm gonna show you my dog if I can get him
Oh,
down
okay. Sure.
here. My most
Hi,
favorite dog in
puppy.
the world,
Hi, doggy. That's a good looking dog.
golden retriever,
Yeah,
and his name is Remington. Very royal.
that's a good name for a dog.
So tell me
Um,
anyway the story.
well, we ran a paranormal team for at least 10 years.
Oh wow.
And so it started mid 2000s, I think. And I started a team, but wasn't supposed to be a paranormal team. We were supposed to be the tech support. So we had the cameras, the equipment, the knowledge of the electronics and everything, and we offered our services to the local paranormal community. So if for teams that didn't have that at their disposal, we
Right.
would come out and run our gear for their investigation. And over time, we established a reputation, and people started contacting us directly to do the investigation ourselves without bringing in another team.
Right.
And I wasn't equipped for that because I was always the tech minded. I was the equipment, everything like that. And so I had to start growing my team to have more people that were research analysis, um, who had abilities, Marianne, and
Yeah.
and things like that, so we could actually have a team that could provide all the different avenues that people needed, and also to understand the psychology and things like that. So um, we ran that team for a solid at least 10 years, and that's actually
Wow.
where the name TIPA, our name TIPA, that's where
Uh-huh.
that came from. That originally stood for Technical Investigations of Paranormal Activity.
Well, how about that? That's pretty cool. And it
Right.
just kind of happened, didn't it?
It did. I mean, we did that for a very long time, and then the popularity of ghost hunters and things like that um, made everybody think that they were a ghost hunter. So there were so many
Yeah.
teams that were sprouting up all over the place, and
It diluted the challenge and the fun and the interest.
well, it see, we always took it serious, and there was quite a few teams out there that took the field very seriously. And then when everybody just started forming teams just for the thrill of it and for the excitement of it, it got really confusing for people who were actually looking for help.
Right.
The people who were dealing with the problems and looking for the help, it got really confusing because they didn't know who was reputable and who was just
Yeah.
there for fun.
Right.
And so we started holding like public events where people would come and do investigations at public places where we were allowed to. And we did that for a while, and then it just got so overloaded that we decided that we needed to kind of go quiet and kind of back off a little bit because there was just
Too much.
it was too many people and there was a ton of drama. A lot of them
That's
wanted
kind of
to.
what's going on right now. I know that's that's going.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
What was happening in the paranormal field though is everybody was trying to be the next Ghost Adventures. Everybody was trying
Yeah.
to be the next Ghost Hunters.
Right.
And they were losing perspective of what the whole purpose was, and that was to actually help people.
Right.
And so when people were contacting groups or self-proclaimed groups to go to their house and to do investigations, they were being told they had vortexes in their closet. They were being told that they had demons living in their attic. They were being told all this stuff that wasn't
True.
accurate.
Yeah.
And so they were freaking these families out more than they were helping them, and then saying, okay, well, thanks, bye. And then they just,
Yeah.
you know, and that got to the point where it was really damaging families. It was damaging people's mental state. It was damaging the community as a whole because they were just causing more problems than they were helping.
Right. Have you do you have any, and I don't want to slam anybody, that's not my point, but do
Mhm.
you know much about the Foreman brothers?
I don't.
You don't? You ought
Mm-mm.
to watch them because I think that I'm not an expert, all I go by is my gut
Right.
and what I see, and I think they're legit. I really do because they live in Ohio, and there's three of them, and they were haunted. They said when they were kids,
Hmm.
their house was haunted, and they had to live through that. So they developed their own team. People contact them to help them find missing people, or to help solve a murder, or to
Yep.
investigate their home because they're seeing weird stuff. And I think they're legit. I really do. I don't think there's many that are.
Yeah, it's a matter of self education to find them, and I believe they probably really are legit. There's a lot of very legit paranormal groups out there that are doing it for the right reasons.
Right.
Um, it's just a matter of filtering them out from the ones who are just looking for the next big thrill, you
Hmm.
know. Um, and every team has a different perspective on the paranormal, and they're all right. For me, I was always wanting to learn something new from every case I did, whether it be
Hmm.
something new about the technical side, something new about the spiritual side, something new about. I always had to walk away with not new knowledge that I didn't have before I started. Um, and so the techniques are different. Some people really like to use the spirit box. Some people like to use candles. Some people like to use audio recorders. Some people like to mix them up a little bit. I was always known for using flashlights.
Hmm.
I would always set up two or three flashlights and I'd do my communication with the flashlights.
Isn't
Uh,
that supposed to be one of the easiest way for the spirits to communicate with the flashlight, turn them off and on?
it depends on the spirit, to be
Depends
honest
on the
with you.
spirit, yeah.
Because I've always believed that every spirit is like a person. So they all have
Yeah.
their own personalities, they have their own likes and dislikes. They'll communicate with who they want to and not communicate with who they don't
Man,
want
y'all
to.
had a gang in that tunnel, huh?
Yeah, yeah, that was one of the crazier rides,
When
for
you
sure.
went back in there, I was thinking that I hope I'm not repeating a lot of things from your chat, but when you went back in there and all that stuff was on the ground, did it cross your mind that maybe some hi Mary, hi there, hey there.
She can't hear you yet. Let me drop the microphones on her.
Okay, so did you think at all that some people might have come in from the other end and did all that?
We are still undecided on what all happened with all that. Because right now we're evaluating a bunch of different theories behind it. It could have been people that went in and did it. It could have been spirits that did it. It could have been the board that did it. I was even playing around with one theory that maybe it was a ghost train. Because if you imagine a train going through that tunnel, that would blow stuff over on its way through.
When you hear something, though?
We were hearing stuff during the live stream.
Yeah. Hi, Cheryl Ann, by the way.
Hi. I had to confess that I was using an alias because I was getting a little stalking stuff going on. So I think I was feeling guilty. I didn't want to go by a fake name, but it's really not fake because she's in my book. So
I don't blame you.
Nice to meet you. We've been having a nice chat about how you guys got into this stuff and everything.
Yeah, sorry I missed the little beginning part. I was tidying up some other business stuff.
Do your books have a more? Oh, I forgot. I'm getting stuff here.
Yeah, they're commenting. I got to apologize to the chat because now I'm being supervised again.
Oh,
go away.
Oh, I didn't realize that I'm actually people are actually saying stuff.
Yeah.
My book is kind of, well, it's based in Louisiana in the bayou and the swamps.
Okay.
And there's a lot of voodoo.
Ooh.
And it's based on, so it is kind of, there is. There's a goddess, has something to do with voodoo that takes a big part in the book. And, well, here's my book right here.
Oh, nice.
Red and Black. It's on Amazon.
It is on Amazon.
So anyway, it took me 20 years to write this book because I was kind of doing other stuff like being a nurse and raising a kid and stuff like that. And I didn't finish it until 2014 when I was in Nicaragua. I finally finished it because I had no distractions.
Yeah.
Oh, wow,
So, yeah, it was fun. I'm getting ready to start my next one.
Good
with
for
Shane
you.
Ray.
Well, you'll have to send us a link to that so we can share it for everybody and let them go check it out and order one.
That'd be so cool. I will.
Absolutely.
I will. Now, how do I do that? Just do it in a chat or do it on a
comment? You can do it on a comment in the chat anywhere you want, but just share the link with us and we'll help get it out there.
Yeah.
I know she's going to want to order one.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, it's good. You'll like it. A lot of twists and turns.
Cool.
I just haven't done, I just kind of had a lot of crap happen. I haven't done promoting it like I should. So, ta-da!
You're promoting it now. Check you out.
So, Marianne, I was talking to Josh about watching your videos and stuff. Very impressed.
Thank you.
You're the only ones that I even tried to figure out this Discord stuff. So I'm getting there. And I wanted to mention that I realized watching you what an empath you are. I mean, it's like you knew almost to the number the spirits that were behind you.
Well,
I mean, I don't feel good. Oh my God, crap, I don't feel good.
Yeah. I didn't realize until I watched it how many times I said that. It's weird. I didn't realize how much I had repeated myself on that, but I was like, I guess I really didn't feel good because I kept saying it.
I've noticed when people get sincerely scared, it's hard to even speak. You can't even get the sentences out of your mouth. So it's understandable you didn't realize that you were saying that a million times.
I didn't.
Well, we already have a couple people in our chat saying they want your book.
So I'm excited.
We'll make sure that we get that link from you and we share it with them so they can know where to go and pick it up. So.
Oh, you guys are great. So anyway, I live in northern part of Washington, like 60 miles south of the Canadian border.
Okay.
All right.
And he was telling me that you guys are in northern Utah. And kind of.
Mostly,
it's considered northern Utah.
It's considered northern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was telling him that the most I know about Utah is when I was riding across the state on the back of a motorcycle and it was 115 degrees. I wanted to go to a motorcycle rally, a Harley rally. That's how bad I'm a freak over Harley Davidsons.
Oh, they're awesome, aren't they?
Oh, I was on a Yamaha, so it was a big bike, and it was kind of okay. But I was going to a Harley rally, and there was not a Harley to be seen anywhere. It was Yamahas.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
I got your
So-
book.
Okay, she found the link to your book. It looks like.
Oh, you
she's-
did?
Oops. I clicked on the
Maybe.
wrong one. Hang on.
Yeah, there's another one, but mine's red and black.
Yeah. I'm going to get the one off of Amazon.
She'll find it
I
for
realize
you.
this was
She'll
wrong.
get the link shared for
Thank
you.
you
got
so much, you guys. Something
Yeah.
must have led me to contact you guys. That's weird.
Well,
No, it isn't.
I saw your comment on the thing, and you're saying that you missed the live stream, and I was just sitting here recovering from yesterday. I was like, hey, I could do another live stream. Let's do it. So here we
That's
are.
so cool. Because I've been kind of getting on the tail end of them. I've been missing them, and then I thought the exact time is there. Okay.
Mhm.
I set my reminder on my phone. I watched the clock, and at 9 o'clock, I clicked and thought, damn,
Where
that
is
was 5 hours ago.
Yeah, no, we've been hearing a lot of people that aren't even getting notifications from YouTube.
Yeah, it's so
And
dumb.
so we're not really sure what's happening there. So a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of times,
My book. I was just going to say, I'm a big fan of Stephen King. And so a lot of my thoughts in the plot of this book kind of go along that. Not gory, not real icky horror, but scary stuff, creepy. These two women, man, come out on top.
oh yeah.
I don't want to tell you too
Oh,
much.
this one says it's currently unavailable.
It does?
Yeah. I didn't
Is
click
that
the
on
Kindle one,
Amazon?
though. Yeah,
Huh?
I didn't click the Kindle one though. I clicked the actual book.
Well, it should be there on the book.
Weird. Yeah, because it's saying 476 pages. Like it's got all the info, but it
Yeah.
says currently unavailable.
I'm gonna have to get
I
a-
still have a link though.
Huh?
It still has
Do you have
the
a link where you can get the book?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna-
Yeah, we'll find it and we'll share it. We'll get it out there. Looks
It's
like we
weird.
have.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check it out though, because it should be available in the paper too.
Okay. It looks like we have a comment. Let's see. There was one where somebody was asking for an autographed book. I'm trying to see if I could find it again.
Oh my goodness!
Look at you, girl.
I
yeah,
know.
They already
I
want your
have given
autograph.
out a couple autographed ones, and I've actually got a couple left on personally.
Yeah, I can't find the comment now. But yeah, it would sound like there's a couple of people who might be interested in getting an autographed copy from you.
And then wants to see the cover again. You guys are super.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Let me make sure. I think I Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah, let's see. That one, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
So
There
it's
you go.
telling you it's not available, but it is available on Kindle. Is that the deal?
I didn't click on the Kindle one, but yeah, I would right under oops.
Oh man, I didn't know that.
Yeah, right.
Okay. I'm gonna
So-
have to
Maybe you're more
Get a
popular
hold
than
of
we
them.
thought. You sold them all out.
well, if anybody let's see, how do I do this? I don't know if I can get the link going. I'm gonna have to contact the publisher. But if anybody wants one, just contact me or contact you guys and I'll
Sure.
figure out how to get it to them.
Yeah,
This is
Absolutely.
exciting.
So down below, we have a comment from Selena saying, question for Cheryl.
Okay.
Daniel Paulin wants to know, is it possible to get an autographed copy? So Daniel Paulins
Okay.
is the one who's
Is wanted an ad.
wanting one. I'm sure there's going to be a couple more too, because, you know.
I'm going to go to work on it's going to be my priority today to figure out how to get these books to your fans. It's so cool, you guys.
Yeah.
It is.
That's awesome.
It
And it's
really is.
especially cool because you're not clear across on the other side of the country. You're just a couple doors away.
Yeah.
Right?
So I was telling Marianne, you said a couple doors away. I was telling her, I was trying to figure out who lives 2 houses down.
And how do they know where we are?
Yeah, exactly.
I was like,
I was like, do we have another stalker?
Have you guys had a stalker?
Couple.
We've had a few experiences of being followed and stuff like that. But
Nothing too dramatic.
On
But
your randonauticking?
yeah, we had some through that as well. Fortunately,
weird.
that's calmed down quite a bit, though.
yeah, it has. It has.
So I think
It
when
seems like everybody that does the randonauting for any amount of time over a consistent period ends up having people follow them or they get stalked. It's weird.
It is weird.
Yeah, we did a couple weird experiments with the stalkers, and we had some really strange results. We have an episode called "Stalking the Stalkers," where
Yeah, I saw that. The one that you were by the water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you were parked in all these weird cars.
So
Did
many
you ever
cars.
find out what the deal was with that?
never did.
Nope.
We
Wow.
actually went back and tried it a second time and had similar experiences the second time around.
Mm-hmm. It was just.
So
it was
yeah,
weird.
it was very weird. But going back to the paranormal question you had about Marianne, she is very gifted, and she has dealt with a lot of very extreme situations. And so I've learned to trust anything she says to be fact, because she doesn't make anything up.
Right.
We have a video out there that eventually we're going to upload to this channel. But there was a video from quite a few years ago where we were at a place, and I can't explain it as well as her, but it was like a spirit was trying to take over her body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you could see her face actually starting to morph.
Ooh.
Her jawline squared up. She started showing facial hair.
So were you guys not on anything, right?
No.
We were
Nope.
we were on an investigation, and
I remember when I was way back in my history. I remember taking a dose of mescaline and looking in the mirror and seeing exactly what you're talking about right now. But
Well,
anyway, go ahead.
But this one, the camera caught it. So
Yeah.
It wasn't just us imagining this. We recorded it.
It was a
happening.
special light that he had to use to see it.
Mhm.
So it wasn't just like anyone passing by would see this. It was a special light. But everything, I started getting mustache, and my face, like you said, it started kind of getting a little wider, and I had a beard going on. Like,
so what were you feeling it? Were you feeling the changes?
That's the reason that he had shot me with the special light, is because I was walking around like I felt this dude's heartbeat on top of mine is what happened. And I was trying to shake him off me and walking around trying to ground myself. He's like, hang on a second, let's try this. To see it visually was just, I didn't expect it. It's a whole new ballgame when you see it with your own two eyes.
Right.
And it's more validity to the fact that, yes, she really is feeling this stuff.
And it gives credibility to everything else. And people got to realize that you can't screw with this dark stuff and expect everything to be okay all the time.
Right.
And you got to protect yourself. I know you guys do.
Yeah, we do. A lot of what we're doing to protect ourselves is off camera.
TJ Smith.
Yeah, a lot of what we do is off camera. So we have a lot of she has a stockpile of sage that is used
Crystals.
quite regular.
I have some. I'm getting a little bit more into the crystals. I've kind of forgotten a lot, so I'm kind of getting more back into that. But a lot, I pick my own sage. I grow my own sage. I harvest my own sage. I wrap my own sage. I do the whole, the whole shebang with it. It's really, the connection to me is really important to where it's coming from, and part of that is like the Native American history in my ancestry, and so. That's kind of where all that ties in, because it's super important to me, and that's what I found what works for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the earth.
And see, I'm kind of like the exact opposite. When
I thought about you guys, you are opposites.
Mm-hmm.
She's super hyper, and you're super mellow. So it's like,
but we're both ADHD squirrel, so.
That's why we're here right now.
So what were you saying, Josh?
But no, we're complete opposites in a lot of way in that aspect, because even on the earlier days of doing paranormal investigations, I never did anything to protect myself. and I never had any issues from it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be in situations that were kind of sketch, but for me, um, it's like nothing ever really attached to me. It might be around me, but it would never attach to me or follow me or
Right.
anything like that. Um, and I've heard a few different explanations as to why people think that is. In fact, I heard one as recent as last night
Mm-hmm.
where somebody told me that I had a white aura. And I didn't know what that meant, so I had asked Marianne afterwards, and she started explaining to me. How did you explain what a white aura was?
Well, it's a lot of purity. It's a lot of like pure intent.
Mm-hmm.
It's white.
The opposite
it's
of
white,
the opposite of being surrounded by darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Surrounded by light. That makes sense to me.
But they said that was probably a lot of the reason why I didn't have those kind of issues, and that could make sense because I would rather be a protector of people that have a lot of gifts and be able to be there and keep them safer instead of having the gifts too and then not being able to do anything about it.
Then we're all in trouble.
So
Right.
I like the role of having a protector type role,
Right, and you fill that role very well. I noticed in that ghost tunnel deal when she was freaking out, you just maintain a calmness until you realized you had to go get your equipment.
Yeah, that was a hard one to stay calm with because at that point I really didn't care about anything. I didn't care about the cameras rolling. I didn't care about the microphones recording. I just wanted to get the stuff and get out of there. And
you needed a few minutes to regroup is what you needed.
Yep.
And I mean, again, going back to what happened in that tunnel, I mean, seeing, thinking maybe that people that were actually there ran through there and knocked everything over, that would make sense. The only thing that don't make any sense to me is how that board got that high up on the wall.
And besides, you would have heard people if people were in there, right? Weren't you close enough you could have heard them?
Well, we were on top of the hill, but we were hearing stuff. I mean, we couldn't identify what we were hearing, but we could hear stuff.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I just don't see how a person could have got that board up that high. That's the only thing that leaves a question.
I mean, you'd think you would see like
weird.
it was so dark out there too. You'd think you human, you would see flashlights. You'd see people like.
Yeah.
I would think I'd be seeing.
When I saw Josh looking up and I saw that Ouija board up there, I thought, because you always want to say, is that real?
Yeah.
Or how did you get it up there when you were outside?
Right. That's when a lot more questions are raised than answers. It really is.
Are you going to go back?
Yeah, we have to.
Yep.
You have to because you need to closure?
Well, we need some more answers. For one, we have to go and we were explained how to bury the board correctly. So we're going to take care of the board. And then
you have to break it up or something? You have to break it?
No, we're supposed to bind it and then bury it deeper and then use salt is kind of what we were told.
Yeah.
So we're going to try that. I mean, we haven't had any issues since then. But we still don't want anybody else to find the board and have issues.
Yeah.
Right. So when you go back, you're going in the daytime, right?
For that, yeah. But then we are going to go back to the tunnel, and we are going to do another.
At night.
We're going to do another overnighter there and see. And see if it's.
I'm scared for you, man, and you're not even there yet.
Yeah, it'll be a minute because I want to kind of shake up the cobwebs still a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Josh, what are you hoping to find out?
It's part of doing research is to going back and seeing how the energy is different without the board there. Going back and seeing if there are actually still spirits there, and if spirits are actually still there, are they a lot friendlier? Were they trying to protect us from the board? Was the board trying to protect us from them? I'm just hoping it's going to answer a few more of the questions. And also we got to make sure that we didn't leave any danger there for other people to stumble across and have problems themselves. So we need to make sure that the environment is safe again.
Right. Because you don't know if messing with the Ouija board brought some pissed off spirits,
right,
or if the tunnel itself holds these spirits.
You're right.
Or if something followed you.
Right.
Do you ever think about that?
Mm-hmm.
We have, and we have stuff here in where we live. We have activity. It's
our house. It's not us.
It's mild activity. It's not anything that
it's no big deal.
We actually tried to experiment one time. We were goofing around because we do, and we were watching comedy shows or stand-up comedy on YouTube one night. We set up some flashlights in our sound booth, and while we were watching the comedy shows, whenever the comedian hit their punchline, the flashlights would start flashing.
Oh wow!
And so it's like the spirits were enjoying the comedy show.
You had a comedian ghost.
Yeah. It was funny to watch that happen because, like I said, spirits can be like people, and if they want to be here, that's fine, as long as they're not causing us problems and things
they
like that.
They gotta behave, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't really talk about them a whole lot because it's just like it is what it is, and it's not a problem.
Right.
We coexist well.
Yeah, and I mean when we do knucklehead moves like finding a Ouija board in a cemetery and taking it to another place and trying it.
Yes, Neva, I did watch that episode where they found the Ouija board, which was pretty dang weird, just sitting there.
Yeah,
wasn't it in a bush or was it on a gravestone?
It was in a sage bush.
In the sagebrush.
Sagebush. Interesting.
Go figure, right? But see, I mean that whole story was weird from the get-go because we found the board, and then a couple weeks later, somebody mailed us a planchette in our fan mail.
Huh.
And so we got that planchette, and it was like, so we decided we're gonna do the Randonautica and say, hey, place to use the Ouija board, and it actually took us to that tunnel. It's like, okay.
Wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know that was your intent. Wow. Yeah, you got to go back.
Yeah.
So now that we don't have the board, it'll be interesting to go back and see how things are different, see how the activity is.
Because we really kind of want to find out if we can isolate where it's coming from or what the circumstances. I mean, maybe they just didn't like us bringing it in there. Maybe it didn't have anything to do really with activity on the board. Maybe, but there's so many unanswered questions.
I'll bet you that there are tons of spirits in those hills and mountains.
Wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
There's a lot of really old mine sites out there.
Yeah.
You can imagine the people that were working out there, and locals, immigrants, everything else. Just I wouldn't be surprised if there was a lot of spirits and stuff out there. So, but we gotta make sure things are right. We gotta make sure that tunnel is safe.
Yeah.
Right.
And like Neva's pointing out right here, the planchette that they mailed us, they sent us at our P.O. box, was actually the matching planchette for that exact board because it was a Halloween special.
I have a goosebumps.
Oh,
Neva, every time.
You mean it was made the same time the board was made? It wasn't with that specific board?
Yeah, it was for that same design. The planchette was for that same design of board. So whoever mailed it to us either knew that or
found it somehow.
They're the ones who planted the board.
Yeah. So. Apparently it was like a Halloween edition or something like that.
Something's leading you somewhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
I always said, I'm a kind of a little bit of adrenaline junkie, and I always said, I just want to stay on this side of terrified. I don't want to go over the line. Just keep me on this side of terrified, and I'm cool.
Yeah. We'll be on the other side of the line, and we'll just let you see the footage.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But I mean, lately it's been snowing a lot and raining a lot, so I know the ground out there is going to be soaking
kind of
wet.
muddy, yeah.
So when I pull that board out of the ground, I'm sure it's going to be kind kind of a little bit water damaged and stuff like that. So
Yeah, it depends on what it's made of. We've got a nice sunny day here for a change. It's not raining.
yeah,
Isn't it nice?
we actually have the sun shining today too. She filmed a little video of the other day where we had blue skies, sun was shining, and the snow was falling.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Welcome to Utah. You know?
Yep.
Yep.
So, but yeah, that was definitely a crazy experience for us. And like I said, we are going to be going back, and we are going to do an overnighter out there since we didn't actually stay the night last time we did it. We also have another location that a lot of our fam wants us to go back to as well, and we call it the Pinwheel Cemetery.
Yep.
And so, last
You've been
couple of
there
times,
3 times. Haven't you been there 3 times?
I
think so. Yeah, the last time I think was 30.
The last time was so cold we didn't even really get to stay out of the car for very long. We ended up doing like 3 live streams
In the car.
from the car.
Yeah, with my hand warmers.
So
And you were escorting the spirits back and forth.
Yep.
That was definitely an experience. But we do plan on going back out there when it's warm enough for us to actually be at the where the headstones are and everything, and try to do a little more communicating.
Because we have a gift for them
Every time we go there, that pinwheel will spin for us
on demand.
and to have it
Yeah.
spin
I
one
know.
direction and then
Yeah.
the opposite direction, that's kind of hard to do.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard to sit there and say, nah, that's not real. I mean, how can it not be real?
Right.
Well, I could see if it was just spinning one direction, people would say, oh, there must be a wind, or oh, it must be
Right.
this way. But to have it spin both directions, it's
Nah.
I don't see that happening unless you turned it the opposite way or something
Yeah.
weird. But we have.
Well, you guys, I'm going to have to scoot. I got an appointment I got to go to.
Okay.
All right.
I am so happy to have met you, and I'm sorry I didn't interact much with the comments because I'm still trying to get used to this stuff.
It's all right. It's all right.
We are too.
We appreciate you having on the show and talking to us about your book. And
Yes.
We'll make sure we get the links out there for everyone.
For sure.
I'm so grateful to you for that. And who was it? Neva wanted to. Oh,
Daniel.
they'll tell me.
And, yeah, we'll get you in touch with them, or we'll
make
get
sure
it
that-
figured out for you.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
she's gonna want one too. So
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, I am.
all right. Well, we'll let you go.
It's been a
All right.
pleasure, Cheryl.
Okay. I'll see you guys later.
All right.
I'm waiting for your next one.
All right. We'll be working on it. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a good day.
All
She's
right.
so cute.
That was very cool.
Oh, she's so sweet.
That was a very
I can't
cool
wait.
impromptu. Yeah.
Oh, allergies.
Like I said, I had some extra time, and she mentioned that she was really bummed out that she missed the live stream. So that's kind of the reason why we threw this together at the last minute. I do want to check out that book.
I do too.
And any updates that you guys haven't been aware of, I'm sure most of you are aware of it, but we are going to be doing a road trip here in May, and we're going to be going across the country, hooking up with a lot of you guys, with a lot of content creators and stuff like that. We have a section where you put down for to put your state and city, so we know how to plan out our route. Just let us know if you haven't done that already. We love you guys. We appreciate you. That's why we're doing these videos. That's why we're doing these live streams, just to hang out with you guys. And we can't thank you enough. And so the more you interact with us, the more you let us know we're doing the right thing, the more we'll be more motivated to go out and pound it out even more. Anything else I'm missing?
Happy Monday. That's all
Monday.
I got.
Happy Monday. But I'm going to go ahead and probably sign out now. I'm starting to get a little bit of a headache, probably from yesterday.
Probably.
Today. I need to unplug from the computer for a minute. And we love you guys. We're going to be working on shooting some more episodes here for the next few days. And so hopefully we'll have some decent content for you guys later this week. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for helping us out on our membership program, our PayPal, for those of you who send us some donations through PayPal. Thank you. Super chats have been amazing also. And if you have any questions for us, Discord is a good place to go. Instagram is another one. We got your message. I think it's still in there, but it was Mr. and Mrs. Bone. So we're going to be responding back to you as well. Very interesting story. We want to talk to you more about that and the rest of you. So again, we love you. We're very grateful for everything you guys do for us, and we will talk to you on the next one. Bye.